Hello, and welcome back to my Quest to 200 videos as we follow through the main storyline here of Dofus. Just to warn you up front, me and my family are battling a bit of a bug, so today's video is probably going to be a little bit shorter. I'm going to do my best to keep my sniffles and my coughs to a minimum. I really wanted to get another video out because I had a couple announcements I wanted to make too, just to bring you guys up to speed on some things. Getting so close to reaching 400 subscribers. That blows my mind. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for the support, for spreading the word, letting people know about my channel. I really appreciate that. I actually been trying to think of something fun to do for reaching the milestone of 500 subscribers, and I think I came up with an idea. When I reach 500 subscribers, I'm going to go to Fiverr.com. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but it's a website you can go to hire people to do things for you digitally. And I'm going to go there and I'm going to try to hire someone to craft me a official logo for my channel. I think that'll be pretty cool. The little symbol of my IOP on the mount with the little circle, that was just something that I created in Photoshop real quick just so I had something to put there. I had every intention of going back and trying to make something a little more official, but I like to stay focused on making the videos and making the content, and putting a new banner up there was kind of a big deal for me. It was a few weeks ago now when I made that, but I'd like to hire somebody to make an actual logo, and I'm contemplating the idea too of having someone create an actual intro to my channel, an animated intro of some kind. So I think that'll be really fun. Gives me something to look forward to for that 500 subscriber mark. Gives you guys something to look forward to too. Thank you again for the support, and I'm very grateful for that. Also, I haven't come out with a comma guide here for a little bit, but I wanted to let you know that I do have plans for that, and I think I finally squared away how I'm going to do the next one. My last video on level 150, it caused a bit of confusion for people. When I first started making these in the beginning, I didn't quite know what I was going to do. I just knew that I wanted to find a way for people to make commas without having to do professions, because that's the most common way people will tell you to make money in this game. And it's true. Professions are a fantastic way to make really good commas, but it takes a lot of work, a lot of effort to get all the way up to a high level profession. And not all low level professions have a good money maker. In fact, a lot of times I found that the lower leveled professions kind of make you money by just saving you money. So instead of having to buy bread and buy potions and maybe buy some of that low level gear, you can actually just craft it yourself and you save yourself money, which is a great way to kind of make some money. And then you can put some in the market and sell a little bit here and there too. But to get up to real high level stuff, it takes a lot of work, a lot of effort. And it's great when you put forth the effort, but not everybody wants to do that, especially if you're new, you've just started, or maybe you just come back to the game. You know, you don't want to spend all your time just starting to work on professions. You want to get out there and see Moon Island and some of these neat places that have been created. You want to get out there and fight and level your character. So that's what those comma guides are for. But my last one created some confusion because some statements and stuff that I made, I've been trying to whittle those videos down so that they're more concise, but in eliminating some of the information, it caused some confusion for people thinking they could make the kind of money that I was saying as a single account player versus running 4 accounts. There were moments when it was confusing for people, and I totally get that. Some of the wording and stuff I was using could definitely be a bit misleading, and that was not my intention. So I've been trying to think of some ways to clarify and to make it easier to know exactly what you could possibly make, and if you go after the resources that I recommend. And I think I've come up with a strategy and a new way of doing it. So the next comma guide is probably going to look quite a bit different than the ones I've made up to this point. I still want them to be about a specific level. I still want them to be pretty precise in not having a whole lot of fluff in there, but just kind of getting you the information, especially on a game like this where the markets can fluctuate very quickly. So I wanted to let you know that I do have another one coming soon, hopefully before the end of this week is my goal, but I've got some tables and stuff I got to make up, and to help with this clarity that I'm talking about. So we'll see what happens, but just so you know, there is more comma guides on the way. I haven't given those up. Just had to do some tweaking and some restructuring on that. Along the line of the same subject, there's a question that I've been getting asked a lot, and there's a question I've seen posted on the Reddit site a lot, and it's people coming back to the game, which is awesome. I love that. I had people tell me that my videos have inspired them to want to come back to the game, and that's always exciting when I see that. But the question that gets asked is, I'm coming back to the game, I haven't played in a while, where do I start? What do I do? So I've got another how-to guide that I'm working on, and it's going to be how to restart from scratch. So I'm not going to be covering like the different elements, strength and intelligence, the spells, the AP and MP, what does that stand for? Not really going to be going into those kinds of details. That's more of a beginner's guide kind of thing. This is going to be a video for, you know how to play the game of Dofus, but you're just kind of coming back to it. You're starting from the grassroots. Maybe you're on a new server. Maybe your old account is just so obsolete that you don't know what to do with it, and you just want to start from the ground up. This is going to be a guide to show you kind of how to hit the ground running. It's going to give you a bunch of tips and tricks on how to level quickly, maybe a couple low-level gear recommendations for the different elements. It's going to go over some profession tips, just all that kind of low-level stuff. How do I hit the ground running? I just don't know where to go to get things going. That's what this video is going to be. I'm really excited about it. I got a bunch of stuff. So if you by any chance have some recommendations, if you were starting from scratch and there was this one or two things that you wish someone would have told you when you first started, what would those be? Put them in the comments below. I'll see if I can gather those up and add it to the stuff that I've put together, and we could make, as a community, we could make a really good guide on how to help people who are coming back to the game. So again, it's not a beginner's guide, it's more of a coming back to the game guide. Where do I start? How do I get going? So I'm pretty excited for that, and I'm not entirely settled on the name of it, how to restart from scratch. Still kind of working that out in my mind. Obviously I got to come up with something that YouTube will actually help people find if they're trying to start. So the name might be a little different, but that's the gist of it. So I'm really excited about that video. I hope that'll help a lot of people out. Okay, so that covers everything that announcement-wise that I wanted to give you. Got a haircut, so if things look a little bit different, that's why. In fact, when I was setting myself up, I was like, why does it look like there's more space around me on my camera? And I realized that I lost some hair. I gotten a haircut, so I guess that was one of the reasons. It just seemed like my camera was showing more space than usual. It's because my noggin wasn't taking up as much space as usual. Okay. Anyways, so if you remember where we left off in the last episode, we just blasted our way here to Moon Island. We talked to the Charlie agent, which I believe is one space to the left, and she was telling us we need to go talk to their oldest visitor on the island. So we're going to go talk to him, and then after we talk to him, we're going to head over here to Cannibal Village. This is the next dungeon that I need to gather for our Emerald quest, where we need the 5 dungeons. We've gotten 3 done. This will be number 4, and then episodes after this, we're going to finally begin to tackle this one, which is going to be a big project. Lots of fun stuff going on there. So let's get to it. Okay, here is the old guy we're supposed to talk to. Reminds me a little bit of Lycan the Survivor, all the way back there in Incarnum. I don't know how many of you have watched all of these from the beginning. Granted, episodes 1 through 6, all of those up there in Incarnum, that's the hardest part to get through because I had no idea what I was doing. But Lycan the Survivor was one of our encounters up there all the way towards the beginning. So this guy's just kind of giving me some flashbacks of that. So anyways, we're going to talk to him. Gropinson Krula. All right. Well, here's another one. It looks like my wish has been granted. I'm not alone anymore. Welcome, Rumi. I'm Gropinson Grualu. I have already introduced myself? I can't remember. There have been so many new arrivals lately. Ha 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 ha. Ask if he's the oldest tourist. Well, that's what we were supposed to do. You could say that. Har, har. I've been here for flippin' ages, matey. Before you were just a twinkle in your daddy's eye. I was here yonkers before Charlie's agents landed up here. My ship went down at sea and I was almost drowned. Drowned. But fate had different plans for yours truly, it seems. I came to on this beach with sand in my ears and seaweed all over my noggin. Hey, I just said noggin. And that's just how my extended old began. Tell him he could probably leave the island if he wanted to. Ho ho, the sun must have softened your brains, you gerbloober. No way am I gonna go back to Amkamna without my dakuku. Point out that the kokuku nuts are pretty much common on the beach. Garn, I ain't talking about the kokoko here. Mind, I mean the dokuku. A Dofus from Moon Island. Exactorally, that's the kind of secret you're best keeping to yourself. If word got round on our mainland, just imagine the hordes of adventurers that would show up. Now, I likes a bit of company now and again, never said I didn't, but I don't want the beaches black with folks now, do I? Not to mention the cannibals would be throwing up leftovers left and right and center. Garn. Admit you love to get your chubby digits on a dakuku. Or a dakoko. I don't know. It's one of those. I've been trying for years. I still haven't got them cannibals to show me where they hide the magic eggs. Thanks to a particularly clever scheme, if I do say so myself, I got myself invited to dinner with Cannibal a chain without turning up as dish of the day, so to speak. I buttered him up, yon witch doctor, by showering him with gifts, but to no avail. Suggest you team up and try to get the Dakokos together. Well, ye have the look of an honest cove to me. A bit of a collaboration could speed things up mightily. Shake on it? Har har. Shake hands. As I just told you, Cannibal Chain knows where the Dakokos are. He won't tell you nothing under duress, so you'll just have to win his confidence while trying not to get yourself cut into ribbons. The first thing you'll have to do is to convince them cannibals not to throw you into the cooking pot. See? We're gonna make this here repellent salve that'll send them the message you're not edible. Har har. Get me some mashed coconut pulp, tortoise liver oil, and some sea barbage leaves, and make it snappy. What are sea barbage? Looks like these girt bushes with bright green leaves on them. You'll soon recognize them. The smell's like rotten stinky kelp. Well, unless you've got yourself a blocked nose. Okay, yeah, so the quest, I'll bring this up here under achievements. If you go down to Moon Island, there's not a whole lot of stuff here, but underneath Coco Boy, if you complete these quests, you get the Dakoko, or the Dakoko, Dakoko. I'm not quite sure which way that goes, but every 3 turns, starting on your 4th, it returns 10% of your maximum health. I don't know if 10% being restored every 4 turns would be ground shaking in PVM content, but if you are a PvP player, I think this is something that people will use from time to time there, but I am not for sure. But it is a Dofus. It's not a primordial Dofus, but it's a Dofus, so you know you kind of want to get it. So I plan on coming back here at some point to do these Moon Island quests. I'll probably make that either a series of its own, or I don't know how long it'll take to do all those, so maybe it'll be 1 or 2 episodes that are just grouped together on how to accomplish all the quests here on Moon Island. So that'll be a later video. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's go head over to the Cannibal Village dungeon. Alright, here we are, the Cannibal Village. I can't see it at the moment because I've started my screen, but I did adjust my webcam a little bit. I moved my quest bar over here on the left. I adjusted a few things to hopefully where things will show better without being covered up. I know before when I would open this up, well, it went vertical because there's so many quests, I guess. But originally it was going down, but it was a lot shorter there. So I tried to adjust some things, so hopefully it works better with the camera, the webcam up in that corner. So let me know if you like that, if I need to adjust something still, but hopefully it's a little more friendly. All right, lovely Cannibal organizer. You're right, fatty. You very tasty. You want visit village? Me part of Charlie's agents, so me let enter. If you respect tradition and bring key. Quick, if no, Cannibal more angry. When Cannibal more angry, more hungry Cannibal get. Wow, he's balancing on 3 coconuts. That's impressive. Okay, so let's head inside. All right, here we are inside the Cannibal village. Ooh, some people here weren't quite as lucky as us. We are way, way overcapped for these guys still, so obviously this dungeon's not going to be good XP. But we need it for the quest, so we're going to snag it. Enjoy the music. Here we are. Wow, he's big. Huge belly. Sorry about at the start of that. I totally forgot to turn off the webcam. I remembered last second, so I was able to get it out of there. Look at that. They put silverware on the wall. These guys obviously take a lot of pride in their food. Let's see. What kind of achievements do we got on this guy? I did put on the 200 achievement idols that I have, because I don't think that's going to be an issue, obviously. Here we are. So kill him first, and characters must use 1 MP. Alright, we will try to do both those. I seem to have a habit of forgetting the 1 MP thing once I get started on these. Trying to think about too much stuff at one time, I guess, so wish me luck. Oh, and I almost forgot I need to put on a soul stone. So to keep my order the way that I have it here, I like to try to put the soul stone on the last character so that my initiative doesn't change or anything. And I need a level 100. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's do this. He looks pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to try to kill him first. So let's line up with him on this side. We're going to try to use 1 MP. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I just want to run up there and try to line up. A lot of my spells are linear, so I can hit with this one. Let's go ahead and do that. And nope, can't quite reach with that one. And I'm just going to put this out because I can at least teleport across that on my next turn if need be. Okay, so that's it with that person. These guys are not very challenging. I mean, not just because I'm way over the level cap, but they don't really have anything unique that they do that's anything we need to be warned of. Oh, I got a new spell in my Foggernaut. Yesterday I spent some time trying to get my characters up into the gear that I bought. But I got this new spell called Covering. So before, I had a small 1 space plus spell I could cast on my teammates so that maybe they wouldn't get hit by the harpooner, or I could cast it on an enemy so that they would not be healed from the lifesaver. Well, this one is like a big AoE, and anything in that group. So like if I cast it right here, all the allies in the group don't get affected by the harpooner and such, and then any enemies inside the AoE it disables them from being able to be healed from the lifesaver. So it's like the best of both worlds in an AoE. So that's pretty cool. The only downside is it takes longer before I can recast it, but so far I really do kind of like that. All right, so let's hit this guy here. He's weak to agility. That should make this. Oh, I just ran more than 1 space. Oh, I'll blame it on my cold. Yeah, I'll use that as my excuse this time. Although we both know that's not really the case. All right, so here we go. I got a new spell too with my Efeka, this roaming glyph. It's pretty nice. It's a chance spell that I hit on a single target, places a glyph there, and what the glyph does is all 4 spaces around it get a 50% dodge. So if I've got an ally that's locked, I could hit this guy with this spell, and then Tank here would get 50 dodge and would increase his chance of being able to walk away from an enemy that locks him. When I first read the spell, I was like, that's okay, but I don't know if I'd ever really use that much. And it's wonderful. My team tends to stay close to the enemies a lot since I have so much agility in my group. So I actually found I was using it quite a bit. All right, let's see. Not weak. Okay, you're the better target for Earth, so let's go this route. Hit you. These guys are almost gone. Ooh, and I gotta remember to soul capture. Almost forgot that. A little trick for you. If you ever, like, sometimes you can forget what challenges you have over here and you get focused on your game. What I like to do to kind of be a reminder for me is I'll change this heart to something that I don't normally use, in my case the percent. And what'll happen is when I go down here and I'm looking at my spells, I'm like, why is that a percent? Oh yeah, the challenge, or oh yeah, I need to soul capture. It's a handy little, I mean, it's just 1 click and you've changed it. 1 click and you've changed it to whatever you need. And it's nice, it's easy, and it's just that little something to help you remember not to mess up something that you don't want to forget, like soul capturing or a challenge. So I'm gonna pass, and I guess I'll pass with you. All right. And if you look, when you put a soul stone on, it actually does replace your weapon icon here. That can be another little reminder, but I found that doing this catches my attention a lot more than that. All right, capture soul. And let's see, is this enough to finish him? Yep, that'll do it. Let the achievements start rolling. Yes, I do like achievements. Okay. All right, here's our cannibal friend. Let's see what he says. You success! Bravo! Cannibal, hope you have good trip. Charlie's agents, thank you for visit. That's fun. All right, let's bring everybody out here. All right, got the whole team out here. Well, unfortunately, I think that's where I'm gonna have to end this video. Definitely feeling the bug a bit, which makes it hard, because I'd really like to get this edited and rendered, and if I can't upload it tonight, then maybe in the morning before I head off to work. I don't know how much my stamina is going to hold up, just because I'm not feeling well. But I hope you enjoyed getting the update, seeing the announcements of things yet to come, things I've got planned. Again, if you got some feedback, some suggestions for my how to restart guide, please leave them in the comments below. You can leave me a message on Reddit if you want to. I typically post the video on Reddit as well. But with all that said, thank you guys so much again for the support. You guys are awesome. Couldn't do this without you. And that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one.